What's going on, everyone? It's Will Mitchell here. It's a bit of a rainy day today, so we have a new idea. We were going to come to the whiteboard. We did a little bit of a market analysis this morning, and we're just talking, me and the sales team here, about what's happening in the market, what type of deals are people looking at, what do people want to buy when they come down here, and what is the best property for them to actually buy. Because oftentimes people come down here with a preset vision of what they want to do, but there's a ton of logistics and details and back end that comes into accomplishing those goals. So I have the whiteboard behind me. I want to walk through 4 different scenarios here today and talk about different lots that people can purchase in different locations on the island. You're going to find oftentimes that there's a few different pockets of areas that people refer to. There's kind of down south or near Mahogany Bay, there's in town, there's Secret Beach, and then there's up north. Hopefully the video team can give a little bit of an overview identifying where these areas are. And I hope also that you guys can see what I'm writing over here, because I'm gonna scribble some gibberish on the board. And yeah, we'll do a bit of an analysis here, guys. So we have a marker that does not work. And here, we have a marker that does work. So talking about lots up north, specifically, we'll talk about beachfront lots up north, just to make it a little more exciting. Beachfront lots up north, then we'll do beachfront lots in town, Secret Beach, and 4, let's go with Mahogany Bay / south. So when you're buying a lot, oftentimes we have a lot of people come down here and they have a preset vision of what they want to do. Like we talked about, they want to get a beachfront lot, they want to build an Airbnb, they want to live in it for maybe 1 or 2 months of the year, maybe a little less. Does this sound familiar for you? I'm guessing it probably does, because a lot of people have the same idea when they come down here. And we know because we're communicating with clients all day, every day. The reason we like to educate clients on the different build process is because it's going to be relevant depending on which area you're in. So I want to talk about the pros and cons and listing prices in these different areas, and hopefully we can get kind of a clean analysis here, but I am kind of just going off the cuff. So when you're looking at a beachfront lot, and more often than not, people come in, they want to secure something on the beach. So we're going to talk about price first, because this tends to be a factor that is a bit of a limitation for a lot of people. If you're looking at a beachfront lot up north, in the northern end of the island, we were looking at different real estate sites today. In general, you're going to find these lots to be mostly boat access only. Some people can actually drive up there in a golf cart to some of these lots, but as you really get further north to Rocky Point, it's quite a difficult drive. So you're going to tend to want to get on a boat more than drive your golf cart. They do not have municipal septic or municipal hydro, and a lot of them also don't have the municipal electric. So when you're building and you're going to build out your lot, this is a big factor. So let's just take a rough estimate here and say these lots are approximately $300,000 for a standard size beachfront lot up there, right? When you go to build on your property, when you're building in town, on roads, with utilities, your build cost is going to be about $135 per square foot to $145 per square foot for wood. And if you're building concrete, I would add 10, 15, maybe 20% onto that. When you're building in remote areas like this, a big factor that you're going to have to deal with is logistics. It's the damn logistics, because when you actually go to get materials in there and they can't drive the materials in, you have to then barge materials in, which is going to increase your cost. These are some of the different metrics and units that are going into your build cost. How do I get my materials there? How much do my materials cost? Are they being imported? Are they being produced domestically? You have to factor in that you're going to need to get labor out there. So if you're in a remote area in the northern end of the island, the labor can't easily access it. You can't get work crews out there easily. So you're going to have increased costs from a standpoint of labor and logistics. So we'll just put labor and logistics down there as going to be a factor that's going to make it a lot more difficult. The next thing is when you go to rent your property, you're going to need to set up and have people on your site, caretakers, because I don't imagine you're going to check in yourself, cleaners, etc. Now there are management companies that can help facilitate that, but just bearing in mind, when you have a $300,000 lot with an increased build cost, I would tend, depending on what you're going to budget, to overestimate and be ready to, cut a check at the end that's slightly over what you were anticipating, just because these barriers are going to slow your build and they're going to make it cost more. Which comes to the next idea, okay, well then let's get a beachfront lot in town, or just even a lot in town. So say you're off the beach in town. I was just looking on different sites. We found some listings available in San Pedro town, and an off beach lot just in the town is about $300,000. If you're looking on the beach, you're getting into that 7-figure range of $1 million. So right away, this is going to eliminate a lot of people, unless you're a lifestyle purchaser or you're finding a large tract of adjacent lots where you can build out a larger development and make the numbers make sense. From an investment standpoint, it's going to be hard to find a lucrative and profitable investment property when you're investing $1 million just into your land acquisition and then doing a villa. I'm not saying it's impossible. It can be done. There's some extreme luxury resorts and luxury villas that can make this happen. But right away, this will eliminate a lot of people just because there's a high barrier to entry to get into these lots. With these lots though, you're gonna find you don't have the issues of logistics and labor here, because you can just literally drive your materials in. They have road access, they're on grid, you don't have to pay to set up utilities, which I forgot to mention up here. We'll double back here. Paying to set up your off-grid utilities. As I was saying, you're gonna have to pay to set up these utilities. Now, for example, say you take a 600 square foot standard size Belizean hardwood Mennonite house. If you're gonna do a 4 kilowatt battery with 8 solar panels and a rotoclass cistern and a base septic system, you might be able to set those up for around 10, 15,000, something in that range. But if you're looking at doing a luxury villa with AC units, TVs, we're talking about a whole different ballpark where you're gonna have to invest, upwards of, let's say starting at about 75,000 for systems that will facilitate a 1,000 square foot home. So it's going to add big costs in on the utilities as well, the logistics, and on the build. So just kind of going through those things. And oftentimes we won't see financing on these lots. So it's rare to find financing on those lots. Back to where we were. The benefit of being in town on the beach is that you're obviously going to find you do not have logistics issues. You don't have to build this. So basically in here, if you have the budget and it's a lifestyle decision, absolutely, this is an amazing option. Definitely. If you want to just get your beach lot and live on the beach and you don't mind stroking a check for that, this is a fantastic option. So Secret Beach. Secret Beach, if you're looking at a beachfront lot in the primary area with road access, you're looking at about $500,000 right now. We've seen several listings sell in that range and the prices have consistently gone up on the beach. That's where it's at. It's important to note in Secret Beach, you're off grid. So you will be experiencing these costs. I mean, it depends how big of a home you're gonna build and what you need, right? It might be the case that you just want a simple 600 square foot Mennonite home and you wanna have a base system just to run your fridge and your lights. And if that's the case, then the initial system will probably do the job. If you're looking for something more, we got Chewy right here. If you're looking for something more, it is gonna cost more. What a lot of people in the Secret Beach area are looking to do is secure large tracts of land or numerous adjacent lots because it offers another benefit, which is scalability. So in these two instances, you're not gonna find opportunities to buy adjacent lots, especially in town. But the same thing tends to go up north. You're not gonna find adjacent lots where you have scalability. The nice thing about being in the Secret Beach area is that you have the ability to buy large tracts of adjacent lots. We've had clients buy hundreds of lots in some cases. Most clients will pick up 5 or 6 lots. It really depends on what you want to do. Why is this the case? Well, it's one of the biggest benefits of being in Secret Beach. You have the ability to do your initial development on some of your lots. So when you go to build here, you're not gonna make your neighbor's property worth more, you're gonna make your other lots worth more. It's a pretty simple concept and a lot of people do it. So when you go to build, you can then expand out your project if it's producing for you and you're enjoying it, or you can sell some of your lots and put that equity into your project. So it gives you a more flexible approach down the line. You can build out amenities within it, and we see a lot of people doing this right now. And that's one of the primary benefits of being in the Secret Beach area. The other one that you'll often see is financing. So financing is a little trickier in Belize. We have full videos on this. If you haven't seen them, go check them out on the channel. We break down bank financing, why it's so difficult in Belize, why we deal with seller financing deals more often than not. And this is a big factor of why Secret Beach is an amazing option. So there's financing. The lots off the beach start at about 35,000. And as you'll see in our videos, you can do 20% down. So it's a more affordable economic approach. You have scalability. The biggest downside, I would say, is that if you are building, you do have to set up those off-grid utilities. And at this point, it is not directly in town. You still have to drive up there, but it's not like going up here where, quite frankly, if you are gonna buy up here, I recommend go for a drive up there, check it out, because it is a bit of a hike, just being honest with you guys. Down to Mahogany Bay now and being down south. So if you're looking at Mahogany Bay, the lots right now are going for 165,000. And Mahogany Bay, in my opinion, if you're looking for a streamlined, easy build investment process, it's one of the top options. And you'll see that in the construction in here in the velocity. Not only is there the new pool club that's gonna be built, new restaurants, which we're gonna be announcing in the coming months here, there's also about 50 houses that are gonna be under construction within Street 1 and Street 4, with a good number of them already under construction, as you've seen from our video updates. So you have the velocity there. You have financing on your land, again at 20% down. You're on grid, you're on the city electric, septic, and hydro, so you don't have to incur these costs up here. You have road access, so you don't have the logistics issues or the labor issues, because people can literally come from wherever they're staying in town. They can drive into their work site. There's 2 approved contractors in here who have built resorts like Victoria House, Mata Chica, Espanto, only the best resorts that have been here for the longest time in the island for decades, really. So the builders are very high class, very high quality, and they don't incur these logistics issues, which brings your build costs down. Obviously, if you're building, you would rather bring your build costs down, because whatever money you're putting in is going to have a direct impact on your return, your cap rate, and your income. So just going through here, the other thing too, you have numerous options for management. It's fully flexible, fully open. You can either, you work with the management that's already preset in here, you can suggest a manager that you want to work with, or there's a process to help you get your own Airbnb license. You can rent it yourself. So really, it's fully open, fully flexible. You have scalability. You can get adjacent lots in Mahogany Bay, and a lot of people do that. You have, you don't have to pay to set up your off-grid utilities. Really, it's the reason why so many people are choosing Mahogany Bay. So the reason we want to put this together is because it tends to be something that we explain frequently to people. We have a lot of people come in and they say, I want a beach lot, this is an investment property, I want X, Y, and Z. And it tends to be the case after we really flesh out what works best, that they find that they would rather, unless they have the budget, okay, great, go in town, get a beautiful beach lot, develop that out. And if it's just a lifestyle thing, this is a fantastic decision. The one caveat I will say to that is that all the beaches in Belize are public access. I've lived on the beach for several years. One of the factors you have to bear in mind is that there is going to be foot traffic out front of your home. So it's not like some other areas of the world where you have a completely private beach and there's going to be security at one end and security at the other end. You simply have to allow the foot traffic to pass. So it's another factor here that I guess you could list to calm, but other than that, this is an amazing option. If you are looking at Secret Beach, the big benefit is the scalability. So I recommend securing a group of lots. So when you go to build, you have the ability to raise the value of the adjacent lots and capitalize on the equity appreciation in the area. Or it gives you the ability to sell some lots and retain some lots to build in the future. And if you're looking for a streamlined process where everything is kind of already taken care of for you, you have 24/7 gated security, you have amazing approved plan, you have restaurants, you're close to town, you have rental management, you have streamlined processes on construction, you don't incur the logistics costs and everything like that, this is an amazing option. So high-level overview, I hope it wasn't too scattered. I'm a little scattered in this analysis, but I think it's going to be a good one for you guys. So check this out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we can't wait to see you guys down here in paradise.